Welcome back, guys, to another one of the SEA Games Group Stage Replay Cast. I'm your host, Dax, and I'm going to be bringing you another matchup between two Protoss players. So, introducing our players first and foremost here on the top left, on the Regal Purple, it's going to be Enrique, also known as Quantel from Indonesia. And his opponents, here on the bottom right of Simulacrum, it's gonna be the same race, different color. Across the pond, across the seas. Here on the green Protoss, we are gonna have Kopakevich, aka Blysk, from Singapore. So into Simulacrum we go, we are gonna see a mirror matchup. And in the space in this map, so much potential to actually put buildings all around, or at the same time just check on up, safely get 1, 2, maybe even 3 bases along the way. Simulacrum having that open area so you can have some really good fights along the way into the middle of the map. Not even the furthest points to get to the other side, to get to your opponent. But in the meantime, we see Enrique actually sending in a probe. Interesting enough, gonna be looking to potentially put a pylon. He's hugging the edges for some reason. What is the plan here for Quantel? And speaking for Quantel, guys, he has been on the uprise in the Indonesian scene, has really been showing up, that's for sure, especially in this year. Big improvement from him on to WESG. He had a tough group, to say the least, but he was able to take maps of Ender, takes map of Blysk as well, and I think it was also against Strike, if I may say so. But it was an impressive record, getting a 1 map away from everyone, and into the SEA Games itself, even did better in our group stage. On the flip side though, Blysk gonna decide to go for a proxy Stargate, but is this really the right decision or the right spot to actually play on Simulacrum? In most maps you would actually think to put it here, so it's near to your opponents, get closer and closer. Interesting tactic here from Blysk. What is Kopakevich gonna be up to with this positioning? Like, one thing he can do, or he can notice, is the fact that without that target here, he can pretend he's going for a early ground base composition, maybe like a 4-gate all-in, but surprise, surprise, gonna get spotted by the probe though, and this is so unfortunate, because why would you think that Enrique might actually scout that out on that spot specifically? He's been hugging the map, he's been hugging the edges, and apparently paranoia in his prime. Quantel figuring things out, that the probe trying to get on the inside, the stalkers though going for the hits will get taken down. But big information here and now, and what is this? Quantel doing the same. It's gonna be a proxy Twilight Council instead. But the thing is, what does Kopakevich actually know about his opponent? Absolutely nothing. Stalkers though going for the hits already onto the pylon. Phoenix trying to come on out. And Quantel completely on point, knowing exactly what is coming. He's going for Blink Stalker. And the real question right now, that pylon should go down, no reinforcements whatsoever. The real question is, what will Kopakevich see? There you go, Stargate now offline. Gonna be a little difficult here for Blysk to tech on up, or pretty much use any kind of air toss units in the first place. And he will be a little behind because his production building gonna be offline for quite a while. Now Kopakevich not actually spotting out that Twilight Council. That Blink Stalker upgrade will completely be unscouted. And by this point in time, it has to be Blysk trying to figure out, okay, he's going for 2 base. He only has 2 gateways though. Is he floating minerals? What is he up to? I should be looking around the map, maybe look for a proxy pylon or 2. And just in case, he is going to put that shield battery down into the low ground as well. We haven't really talked much about our players' compositions. We are seeing heavy stalkers here from both sides. And what I was expecting here from Broth is exactly what Quantel is doing. Going for Blink Stalker. Gonna be trying to mask up those units. Use the micro factor as much as possible. And a timing attack here and now from our purple Protoss. He's trying to get to that second Nexus and stop that in its tracks. And surprise, surprise! Here we go with one of the stars backing on that. Quantel though not showing his hand as of yet, playing this normally. Here we go with a few more hits, and now that one stalker quite low, gonna blink away, and Blysk gonna know that it is gonna be teleportation in its prime. Force fields though, looking to try and get the separation, not gonna happen. A little difficult though here for Blysk to come ever closer to Quantel. He knows that Blink Stalker micro absolutely key. The Indonesian Protoss trying to get on away. And it's time to head on out yet again. This Phoenix though, getting hampered yet again. The jet plane trying to get on out. Can the Blink Stalker actually chase this down? Speed kills, but apparently teleportation is not enough. So now Quantel safely getting a second base, no hamper whatsoever. Just the Blink Stalker, that extra tech really bothering Blysk. He's forced to stay all the way onto his 2 base trying to get that up and running. And at the same time, no pressure being applied. The Stargate getting spotted was a big dent in his plans. Anyway though, here we go yet again. And I like how Quantel's playing Blink Stalker back in the day, as I saw Blysk absolutely solid with his Blink Stalker Michael all the way back in the ESL days. But oh, that one does go down. Good focus fire there from Kopengevich. They backing on out here and now yet again. So mech play here and now for our green throw toss. In the flip side, we are gonna see Enrique build up a few more gateways along the way. 3 gateways to try and keep the reinforced cycles. Having that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like 7 gate, 1 robo. Not a bad rate. You want to have at least like what, 4 production buildings. Here you go with even more. So this has to be Quantel deciding this is time to go for the attack. This is time for me to show my advantage. And it seems like Blysk hasn't really found that Twilight Council as of yet. Free charge lot here and now for Quantel. And this is like the situation where the rich get even richer. It is looking really good here for our purple Protoss. He has that tech advantage. His ground units can pack a punch, can move around. It's a mean of similar compositions. More zealots being warped in though. Maybe this one sentry can put in some epic work with those force fields, as the second assimilator is up and about here and now for Blysk. He's trying to get a warp for him as well, and he's looking to go for the attack at some point in time. But right now he's in a situation we has to anticipate that Quantel is coming. There you go, already gonna get spotted with those stalkers and zealots. They're trying to get on the way, going to the fog, and that's a big one here for Quantel. Ooh, that poor one zealot. But as I was saying, even gonna put in those immortals. He doesn't get spotted, warping in another cycle, and this is a big army knocking on Blysk's doorstep. We do see a warp cycle at the end, and some more zealots trying to come on the inside, but surprise, this time charge lot into his face. Good movement here from Blysk, trying to go for the cascade into the middle line, trying to play safe, even microwing that immortal all the way behind the shield battery. But no, this is just too much here from Quantel. He's been tearing up the Indonesian scene so far, and he's tearing up the group stage here and now in the SEA Games, taking the map away from Kopengevich. What a game there. And really, the 2 proxy buildings, the Stargate and the Twilight. Apparently the tech, surprise yet again. I love how he went in without Blink Stalker. He came out with Blink Stalker, surprising Kopengevich honestly. He's like, where does Twilight Council go? But then again, you think that they have this intellect, they have this IQ that is a little iffy, that there is not enough things in his base. And they are in a high enough league that they're not going to be flowing minerals like that. But well done to Quantel, able to make that Twilight Council push work onto bases even earlier than opponents, forcing Blysk to stay on 1. And what a match there.